Hello and welcome in a new episode of Explore Prague videos. Summer just arrived to Prague and streets can get very busy. Crowds of people, blazing sun. So where do you escape to relax a little? Well, in this episode we're going to show you 4 amazing gardens where you can just chill down and relax. One of the single most beautiful gardens that you can find in the Prague city center is called Vrtbovská zahrada, Vrtbovka Garden. It's a beautiful Baroque garden that was founded around the year 1720. Until this day, it's considered to be one of the most beautiful Baroque gardens on the north from Alps. This amazing little garden is truly a hidden gem among Prague's gardens. What makes it unique are absolutely amazing panoramic views all across the city, and if you're lucky, you can actually be here almost completely alone. Beautiful panoramic views and amazing landscape work makes this a really popular spot for the photographers. So if you love photography, you can literally spend here hours. And besides the photographers, you can find here also loads of Chinese weddings. So whether you're a photographer, or you want to relax in a beautiful environment, or find yourself a quiet corner to read a book, you won't be disappointed by visiting Vrtbovská Garden. And for our second garden, we're moving from the lesser town to Vinohrady district. We finally arrived to Vinohrady, and we're going to show you one of the most beautiful local gardens called Grébovka. We mentioned Grébovka in one of our previous videos, so you may remember that it's a beautiful neo-Renaissance park that was built by Moritz Gröbe, one of the very rich businessmen that was living here in Prague. This time we're going to take you on a round trip throughout this beautiful garden and show you how beautiful the garden really is. So let me show you around. The main building inside of this park is Moritz Gröbe's villa, which can nowadays be rented for private events, but from the villa are beautiful views to the vineyard down underneath. One of the most charming places in Grébovka is this grotto. Well, you might ask, what is grotto? Well, grotto was partly artificial, partly natural cave that was a really popular part of Italian Renaissance gardens of 16th century. Even nowadays, you can walk through its intriguing cave-like paths and find there a lot of hidden corners where you can just sit down and relax. This beautiful wooden pavilion located at the edge of vineyard is an amazing spot where you can sit down, try some of the local wine, and it can be also rented for private events and weddings. But without a doubt, it's a place where you can sit down, have a glass of good wine, and for a while forget that you're actually in a big city. You can also find here old historical building of a restaurant and cafe where you can refresh yourself during the hot summer day like today. So overall, Grébovka is a really popular park among the locals. You can find your children's playground, a really nice restaurant, and a little wooden pavilion where you can try some of the local wine from this winery. So I think that sounds like a recipe for the good afternoon. Another popular park you may have seen in our previous videos is called Riegrovy Sady. Locals love to come here to have a picnic with their friends, to just chill out and enjoy a beautiful panoramic view over the city. Another beautiful garden that we wanted to show you is a garden right next to Malostranská metro stop. As you can tell, we're shooting it on a different day because the garden is still in the hands of the government, in the hands of the Czech Senate, and that's why it was closed during the day of our original shoot. But Now it's going to be my pleasure to show you around one of the most beautiful gardens that you can find in Prague, the Wallenstein Garden. So let's take a look. The Wallenstein Garden was built between 1623 to 1630 for Albrecht von Wallenstein, a successful general of the Habsburg army who made most of his money on 30-year war. That's why he could afford such a beautiful, gorgeous garden that some people say even the emperor was jealous of. All around the garden you can find beautiful statues from Dutch sculptor Adrian de Vrij. Unfortunately, all of these are copies, as the originals were stolen in 1648 by the Swedish army, and nowadays you can find their originals in Drottningen Palace in Sweden. This is Sala Terina, a magnificent structure at the back of the Wallenstein Garden, which is like a little chill-out pavilion for the nobles during a hot afternoon day. It's beautifully decorated by the scenes from the old Greek legends, and as is typical for that time, Albrecht von Wallenstein is always depicted as the hero of the day. This is Grotto, a popular decoration of the early Baroque gardens, which is supposed to symbolize like a fake cave. In that time, the nobles used it to chill out in there or to sometimes have a little music or concert being played for them. So I hope you enjoyed this special video about some of the Prague's most beautiful gardens, and I hope you'll have a little bit of time to visit at least some of them. Don't forget to check us out on our socials on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram to check for more up and coming videos. Also, don't forget about the bonus article. Links will be down below the video, and as always, until next time, see ya!